Well, when it comes to stocks, there would be pressure where you need to balance between your company needs and your channel partner needs. Because when the sales is going a little low, there would be pressure to dump stocks on the partner, and you know it will affect his profitability. And your company would be putting pressure on you, and you would also be under pressure to meet your numbers. Hi friends, welcome back to your channel. Sales is always fun. In today's episode, we will look at channel sales. So the question obviously comes, what is a channel sales? Channel sales in very simple terms is when a company offers its product or service through a third party. Again, I repeat, channel sales is when a company offers its product or service through a third party. The other way of looking at it is the direct sales, where the company sells to the customer directly. Now, generally what happens in a B2C environment, it is mostly through channels only. Say for example, your toilet soap or your shampoo or your tea packet and all that, we buy it from the nearest Kirana store or the supermarket. So the company sells to the channel there from where we pick it up. So it is a channel sale. Very rarely in B2C companies go direct. Recently we had Mercedes-Benz going direct and their partners were only for after sales service. So that's rarely happening in B2C. In B2B, yes, there are cases where customers go direct. Mostly what happens is on the top 100 customers, the cream of the customers, company would like to handle them directly through their field force, who are also called as account managers or through the sales team. That is handled directly by them. The next level of about 500 odd accounts is managed by set of channel partners. Their field force goes, meets these customers and do it and do the sale. The lower part, which is the SMB, is generally through retail sales, where they go to a showroom because it is difficult to reach them. Even many companies, even on the top 100 accounts, they have their field force, but they also have channel partners to take care of the after sales requirement. Most companies do encourage their employees to become their channel partner. It's got several advantages. One, because the person knows the product, services, he knows the company policies, he knows the market. So the entry into the market becomes very easy and the loyalty factor is also high. Companies go to the extent of even helping them financially to set up the business. Well, now let's look at the types of channel. One kind of classification is where you have exclusivity and non-exclusive channel partners. So partners could be exclusive for a geographical location, or he could handle a set of your products only. Only he would handle a set of your products, not all your products, but a set of products. Or yes, he could be a showroom where he handles all your products, or he could be a retail partner who works in a geography, takes all your products to the market and nobody else competes with him. That's the exclusive channel partners. Look at the other way around is the non-exclusivity channel partners. Well, your classic case is your supermarket or Kirana stores where they have the toilet soaps, your shaving creams, brushes and your shampoos, all from various brands. So they are non-exclusive. And the other way of classification is based on customers. So they are called as a primary and the secondary channel partners. Primary channel partners are partners who are in direct touch with the end customer. The secondary channel partners are the people who provide a support to the primary channel partners. So let's see them both, how they operate and what they are. Let's get into some of the primary channel partners are. One is the Kirana or the supermarket where we go buy our day-to-day home needs. The second can be your retail outlets or showrooms. The next kind can be called as, where people call them as dealers or partners who actually take your products and go sell to end customers. Very predominantly in the B2B segment it is there. The next variant is a very interesting variant which is called as a franchise. Now you might walk into a Bata showroom thinking it is a company showroom. Actually it will be a showroom run by a person like you and I. You will find only the Bata products there or Khadim. Many of the companies are doing it now. So what happens is in this operation, there is a person who takes a franchise called as a franchisee and there is a company. There are two kinds of things that happen. One is one who funds it and other who operates it. So if you look at a Bata kind of a showroom or your KFC or McDonald's, there will be a franchisee who has put in his money. He sells it, he runs the operation, and he makes his money. So he would probably give a part of his profit or this thing with the company. That will be a different understanding altogether. So this is called as franchisee operated and owned variant. The next variant is where the franchisee has put his money, but the company operates. This is typically in our 5-star hotels. The property might belong to a franchisee and the funding is done by the franchisee, but the big brand of the 5-star hotel will be having its employees and they will be running the show. The finance will be from the franchisee. So the franchise has put his money and the company operates. This is called the FOCO model, franchise owned, company operated. And there is the other side to that, where company owns it and the franchisee operates it. This is typically in your mobile operator's showroom that you see. Most of it runs on this. The company will have its showroom. Even premium brand garments work on this principle, where the company has the showroom, they have the stocks, also belongs to the company. The franchise provides the manpower and runs the shop. So where the company owns and the franchise operates. So this is another variation of the franchise operation. And of course, the fourth variant is where the company owns and operates, because companies generally tend to run a few showrooms on their own before they franchise out, so that they know the in and out what happens in this business. The next type of primary partners are who we called as the affiliate partners. These people typically buy your products, sell it mostly online, and they get a commission. Then of course, we have the agents. Typically it happens in the real estate, where he doesn't own the property is somebody else. Neither is he the buyer is somebody else. He's a middleman who puts these two in place and gets his money. So that's agency work. Then we also have something called as the consultants and value-added resellers. Now, consultant generally gives consultancy, saying that if you need this kind of a result, you need to put this in place. You have the value-added reseller who comes in. He does more or less the same, but then he ensures that all the 4-5 things which needs to be there is in place and works smoothly. So where there is a solution to be given to the customer, where he looks like total end solution, there war comes into play big time. And they would work with you for one deal, probably they may never work with you for the next deal. They could be more like, you say some brokers are also there like that. So they work with you for a deal, and for probably the next customer requirement, you may have to go meet the customer and take it forward yourself. The other primary channel is of course your online stores, because who sell to customer directly and get in. So these are some of the primary channel partners. Now if you were to look at the secondary channel partners, you have typically what is known as the clearing and forwarding agents. Now a clearing and forwarding agent, maybe an organization has got several products in its price list. Now you would have a C&F for a city who would operate within probably 100-150 kilometers. What he would do is, the company will be sending him products from various factories will come to him. He collects it and he then sends it to the distributor. So the distributor is another secondary channel. So this person gets from ABCD factory, collects it, keeps it in his warehouse, sends it to the distributor. The distributor is somebody who gets products. He gets it in bulk and then he in turn sells it in smaller quantity to the primary channels. So that's how the secondary channel play. And the other kind of secondary channel is when you have a distributor, you also have wholesalers or stockists. Typically in an FMCG kind of a situation where you would have a distributor supplying to the channel partners. One of the channel partners acts as a wholesaler because they may not be able to service every other outlet. There would be a lot of small outlets where the company may not be, the distributor may not be able to service. So these outlets are taken care of by the wholesaler or stockist. Or to a smaller market, they would find it difficult to go and service, who are taken care by this so-called stockists or wholesalers. So this is basically how we look at distributors or the primary and secondary channels. Now let's see why companies go for channel sales. What is the requirement? Number one, the cost of selling comes down. Now you may say, yes, channel margins are there too, which is extra, but that's more than offset by the advantages which they have. One, they don't have to bill to 10, 20, 50 people. They just need to bill to just one distributor or partner. And once they bill it to one, so they need to produce only one bill, one collection, the game is over. And as a company, the moment I bill to my secondary or my primary, my money is safe with me. I have maybe an X amount of credit days, or I sell it on cash. So to ensure that my money is safe. See, suppose I am a company who's making toilet soaps. Now I want to enter a market, maybe say Goa market. So if I were to go to Goa market, I will not be able to cater to all the dealers. So all that I need to do is I need to just appoint a distributor there. That's it. I have got entry into the Goa market. I can then work back on my marketing activities. And the other advantages of having channel is you can localize your marketing activities. You know what the local market needs. You can be targeted, very specifically do it through your channel partners. The other advantages of having channel partner is one, your customer can get everything at one go. Now, like I gave the first example, I walk into a supermarket or a kirana store, I get all my needs for the monthly there. If they were not there, I would have had trouble in running to different shops to get different items. So I finish up my entire shopping in one place, I get all my items there. So one, it is convenient for the customer. Two, the customer satisfaction is also high. The other advantages of having channel partner is you can provide quick and timely after sales service to your customers. Because the channel partner is there in the town, he is there closer to your customer, hence will be able to provide a faster response to the customer. And in B2B scenario, if you want to break into an account, by yourself you may find it difficult. A channel who has got his relationship there will be able to handhold you into the account. So getting it, like in B2C, geography was easy. In a B2B market scenario, your channel partner can get you into accounts fast and quicker. And of course, the channel partner will ensure the customer satisfaction is maintained, enabling you to maintain a long-term relationship and get repeat business. Now let's look at some of the disadvantages, I would say, by having a channel partner. The first disadvantage I would say is the moment of truth, the point of sale is happening at a distance from you. So which means that you would always have to keep training the field force. One, on the product launch, on whatever products they have, both product knowledge, you need to teach them on selling skills and soft skills, so that the moment of truth which is happening away from you is happening perfectly. So you need to constantly invest and keep doing it repeatedly. So the second disadvantage could be that yes, you need to keep training them. Third is, since competition is also sitting in the same distribution place or in the same channel place, competition would know what you are trying to do and what you are not doing. And since you have the channel and you need to have their mind share big time of both the proprietor and the field force, so you'll have to constantly keep motivating them. You would have to constantly keep running schemes, because what happens is you would also be running schemes, your competitor also would be running schemes. So you would have to keep a X percentage of your sales cost towards this, motivating this field force and also motivating the proprietor or the person who's running the show. So this needs to be done on a regular basis. So these are some of the small disadvantages we could have by having channels. One of the main disadvantages a channel could have is, one, the vendor at any point of time or the company at any point of time can change their go-to-market strategy. Two, the company can go bust or could get taken over. Now why I say this is, we have seen in India people who are invested big time in Nokia mobile phones, we know what happened to them. Or people who are invested in Kodak, we know what happened to them. So probably they could go bust, or if they get taken over, probably the company that takes over could have a different view of the whole market. The go-to-market strategy can change once the takeover happens also. The other problem which channels face is sometimes they would have to compete with the other channel partner and with the vendor direct force also. This is because there would be no clarity from the vendor side which are the accounts of theirs and which belongs to the partners. And this can lead to a lot of friction and heartburns, which could ideally be avoided, but then this happens in the market. And another big catch is when the sales is down, the market is going slow, the vendor tends to dump stocks, which is a big catch for the channel partners. Now, who should a company appoint as a channel partner? The first thing the company needs to be very clear is what is their expectation out of this channel partner. Whether he is going to provide me with logistics and finance support, whether he's going to go to the end customer, what is it that we need, whether he needs a relationship or is going to offer a solution to the customer. Based on what exactly you want from a channel partner, you will have to choose the partner accordingly. Then of course, the choice of a channel partner will depend on your product, your customer needs and the market also to a great extent. And once you have decided this is what I need and this is what the person is, then you need to draw your roadmap as to the number of trainings, coachings that needs to be done, both to the proprietor and to the field force, so that when the operation starts, it starts off smooth. And then of course, you need to have your softwares, your customer relationship management softwares in place, and the channel partner religiously follows it up so that you get your reports, you know what is happening in the market, and you know what stocks the channel is carrying, how much is sold, what is happening. You get it on a daily basis, and the CRM is regularly operated by the channel partner and the people are trained for it. Well, it is also a necessity that you need to see the continuity of the business of the channel partner. Today X is there, tomorrow he goes, what happens is a question mark. So you need to be very clear whether the next generation will be there to run the business or not, or what needs to be done and how. Because today, of course, you see large distribution is all professionally run organizations. So that doesn't come. But then yes, when it comes to running a channel, you always have this in mind. Now, let's come to a very interesting question, like who should be a channel manager? Or what is it that the channel manager should know a little extra, or what is he supposed to be? Anybody who is good in sales, a channel manager is supposed to know all that a sales professional is supposed to know, like in terms of product knowledge, market knowledge. He should be good in closing sales, he should be good in prospecting, he should be good in persuasion. He should have all the skills that a sales professional should have. In addition to that, yes, relationship building is very important, because your relationship with channel will decide how long the relationship will go on and how the business goes forward. He should know your CRM extremely well. And he has to be analytical. One, he needs to plan the stocks which the channel should carry, which stock, which model, how much, what quantity, by when it should come. He should have a clear picture. Because as a channel manager, you are the CEO for the set of channel partners. It is your end-to-end responsibility. You cannot shy away, walk away saying this doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. You need to own up. So the mindset has to be as that of a CEO saying, I own this and I run this. Well, when it comes to stocks, there would be pressure where you need to balance between your company needs and your channel partner needs. Because when the sales is going a little low, there would be pressure to dump stocks on the partner, and you know it will affect his profitability. And your company would be putting pressure on you, and you would also be under pressure to meet your numbers. So you need to take a balance. It's a delicate balance it is, to ensure that there is not too much of stock, the channel partner doesn't leave you and go, and he continues to be with you, so that you keep your company happy and the channel partner also happy. And you should also know whether the channel partner is profitable or not. So you need to work out, be very clear what is the ROI the channel partner is having, because this is very important. If your business is not profitable, and especially today's market where most of them are non-exclusive partners, there is always a chance that somebody else will eat away your mind share and go away. Because I've seen large distributors dropping big brands because they were not profitable. So you need to be very clear as to how and what is the profitability of the channel partner is. You should know what is the ROI your channel partner is making. ROI is the return on investment. So his investment in a quick calculation is the amount of paid stocks he's carrying average, his market outstanding average, and the kind of money that the company owes him. And also, if he's an exclusive, his money which is lying idle in the bank can also be taken as an investment. So these make up for the investment. And you know what is the margin he makes after all expenses. So that will tell you how much and you should also know how well is he able to rotate. Because I remember when I was in Hindustan Lever, one of my senior managers or director had come for a call, and we were at a wholesaler's place, and that wholesaler was selling the product surf. He was billing at the counter, and my director immediately asked me, what is the price at which you were selling him? I said 100 rupees, and the shopkeeper was selling it 101 rupee. He just made 1 rupee profit. So he was telling him, why do you keep just 1 rupee profit? Why don't you keep more? So he said, sir, I'm happy with 1 rupee profit because my investment in this business is just a week of stock. Every week my stocks get replenished. So I carry on average just 1 week of stock. So this 1% which I make for 52 weeks is 52% on my ROI. Even if you knock off 1% off for other expenses, I still make 50%, which I'm happy about. So you need to be very clear what is the rotations your channel is making, what is the margin is making end of the day. Because if any imbalance in this, or if you find the channel is not making it, you as the CEO, you are responsible to ensure that the channel partners are profitable. Thank you. Please press the bell button and the subscription button so that you are intimated when the next episode is up. Thank you. Bye-bye.